Yeah. Well, I need to give you 11 stuff, though.
We only have one left. Otherwise, we cancel and already have to do it.
Oh, which one was that?
Brian and McDuffie, it's not going to go to them.
Oh, okay. And that's me too.
Yeah, we probably just need to go back. We'll have to.
We don't want to go across this, so we just do it right here. But this one moves back and forth.
The Joseph was on like 60%.
Oh, you can clear that here? Here, for
I can't
I'll put it right here.
Sure.
Yeah.
Can you sign these for me?
Business technology.
Yes. Well, something different.
Wow.
So now.
I don't think so. Okay. That works.
Thank you.
The presentation is not working now.
So it's just, that audio recording.
You've actually got just a short amount.
Okay, that's fine.
I can't stand all that. I'm so. I can't put stuff in this because it's all. It's fine. It's because that one was. Is there a hole in it? It won't fit. It won't reach. That's so good.
So would you rather have this stuff coming out here?
I'd rather it not be in that hole.
You don't want it this out?
Yeah, because it's in the way. But I mean, it's fine. It just.
What is it? Oh, that's still blue.
They have all of it like down.
All rise. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. The criminal court of Dutchess County Division 5 beginning session pursuant to adjournment. All persons having business before this court stay now at attention and shall be heard. May God save us United States. This day in this honorable court. The Honorable Monty Watkins presiding. Please be seated.
All right, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Judge.
We're going to bring the jury in, call the roll, and get started. All right? Tell them to come on in. All right.
It says that
please be seated. Morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to call the roll and then get going. All right, Madam Clerk.
Jury number 1.
Here.
Jury number 2.
Here.
Jury number 3.
Here.
Jury number 4. Here. Jury number 5.
Here.
Jury number 6.
Here.
Jury number 7.
Here.
Jury number 8.
Here.
Jury number 9. Here. Jury number 10.
Here.
Jury number 11.
Here.
Jury number 12.
Here.
Jury number 13. Here. And jury number 14.
All right, everybody's present. All right, state's next witness.
Your Honor, the state's next witness is Joseph Quinzio.
All right. Face the clerk and raise your right hand.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Mr. Quinzio, can you please state your name for the record? And can you also spell your last name for the court reporter?
Yes, Joseph Quinzio, Q-U-I-N-Z as in zebra, I-O.
Where do you currently reside, Mr. Quinzio?
I live in San Jose, California, and I currently go to school.
And what are you studying right now?
I'm a criminal justice major
And where were you living in June of 2013?
in Palm Desert, California.
And how old were you in the
I-
summer of 2013?
I was 18.
And at that time, did you know Cory Batey?
No.
And did you know Brandon Vandenburg?
Yes.
Could you explain how you knew Mr. Vandenberg?
We were friends in high school, and we played football together. And we also went to community college in Palm Desert.
How long had you been friends with Mr. Vandenberg?
About 6-7 years.
And were you aware of where Mr. Vandenberg was living in late June of 2013?
I was.
And where did you know him to be living?
Here in Nashville.
And how did you know that?
Because I drove with him across the country to move him in when he got accepted here. So, Vanderbilt, I'm sorry.
And about how long did he stay in Nashville before he returned to California?
About 3 weeks to a month.
And could you describe your relationship with Mr. Vandenberg today?
We are no longer friends.
I want to direct your attention specifically to the night of June 22nd, 2013. That night kind of into the early morning hours.
Okay.
What, if any, communication did you have with Mr. Vandenberg?
There was text messages as well as one phone call.
And what type of device did you receive those messages on?
My cell phone as well as a computer.
And were you on your computer and using your cell phone?
No, actually I was laying down in my bed, so it was just my phone at the time.
What type of phone did you have?
It was a iPhone 4.
And at that time, did you regularly connect your iPhone to your laptop?
Yes, so from wirelessly, my phone was connected to my computer. So text messages and calls were transmitted to the computer as well as the phone.
And you stated that you got messages and a phone call. Could you just generally describe the content of those messages that were sent to you by Mr. Vandenberg?
Yes, they were out of character and surprising as a friend to see.
What was the content? Was he sending you, did he type an actual message to you, or what
There
was
was,
sent to you?
he typed messages as well as videos, and there was a phone call as well in that time period.
And could you generally describe the videos?
Yes, they were very surprising me. It was very horrific, and some of the actions that were done there.
A little bit too close to the mic.
Sorry. some of the actions were surprising to me, and
What were the actions?
in the first, there was an unconscious woman that I didn't recognize, and then there was other people around her.
How many videos were sent to you?
Three videos.
And could you describe the second and third video? You said there were
Yes.
other people around the unconscious woman.
So the second and third videos took place in what looked like a dorm room. It was dark, and what you saw was the unconscious female on the ground, and then there was 3 men around her, and then one more videotaping.
And were you able to recognize anyone in the videos?
I was not, other than my friend who was videotaping. I understood that by his voice.
Okay. What, if anything, did you do after you received those videos?
I deleted them right away from my cellular device and proceeded to go to sleep.
And at any point, did you do anything else with the videos?
No.
Did you have any further communication with Mr. Vandenberg about them?
Yes, a couple days later, he did not remember that he sent those videos, and he asked for me to send them back. And so I deleted them off my phone, which I didn't have, but like I said previously, that text messages were sent to the computer as well, and that's how I was able to send it back to him.
And did you send videos back to him?
Yes.
How many?
3.
Are you sure that you sent 3 back to him?
Oh, 2. I'm sorry. 2 of the 3. The other one I didn't have, or it was deleted.
Do you know, was there, of the 3 videos, were they all sent to the exact same people or were they sent to different people?
Yeah, so 2 of the videos were sent to myself and another person, and then one
And
video.
who's that other person?
The other person with the 2 videos was Miles Finley,
And
another one of our friends.
Where does he live?
He also lives in Palm Desert, California.
And the 3rd video, who was part of that iMessage conversation?
The 3rd video was sent to myself, Miles Finley, and then 2 unknown numbers that I didn't know.
And what, if anything, happened to that iPhone 4 that you received the videos on?
It was later destroyed by Mr. Vandenburg.
And did you acquire a new phone after that phone was destroyed?
Yes.
And how did you get that?
Mr. Vandenberg bought me a new phone.
And what, if anything, did you do with the laptop that you were able to retrieve the videos from? At any time, did you do anything to the laptop?
Yes, Mr. Vandenberg insisted on coming over to wipe the computer of the information and was unsuccessful of that.
At some point, did detectives from Nashville, Tennessee come out to Palm Desert, California?
Yes,
And did you speak with them when they came out there?
I did.
And did you tell them the truth?
At first, no.
And why did you not tell them the truth?
Personally, I was scared, and I also believe I was coerced by Mr. Vandenberg and his attorney.
And when you say coerced, can you explain what you mean?
I mean that Mr. Vandenberg and his attorney came to me telling me that this was the right thing to do.
Your Honor, I believe
Well, he could say what
all being hearsay.
Well, he could say what Mr. Vandenberg said, not what the attorney said.
Which, Mr. Quinzio, can you explain what you mean by coerced? Were you afraid of Mr. Vandenberg at that time, right before you
I
talked
wasn't
to the police?
afraid of Mr. Vandenberg. I was scared of the situation that he was in, and also the information that his attorney was advising him to tell me.
Objection, Your Honor.
Not what his attorney was saying.
Okay.
That's what he said, Mr. Vandenberg.
Move to strike.
And again, Mr. Quinzio, you've described that you were scared of the situation. What was your concern?
I'm not sure. Can you reword the question?
You said that you felt coerced.
Yeah.
And you said that you weren't afraid of Mr. Vandenberg necessarily, it was just the situation. Which again, and at this time when the police come out to Palm Desert, California, what's your relationship with Mr. Vandenberg?
What?
I think she started with a statement about the police coming in and then finished with the statement subject to the form of the question. It's really compounded.
Okay, just rephrase, that's all.
When the detectives came out to California in July of 2013, what was your relationship with Mr. Vandenberg that morning before they showed up?
He told me to...
Which again, could you just describe your relationship?
My relationship with him was that we were still friends at the time. And he had told me, at the time what...
And again, Mr. Quinzio, I'm just trying to have you describe the general situation,
Okay.
not so much, I don't want exactly what anybody really said.
Okay.
So at the time the police are talking to you, what did you tell them? Did you tell them that you had deleted the files and that your phone was destroyed and there was an attempt to wipe the information from your laptop?
Yes, I told the detectives that my phone was lost and I didn't speak about the computer.
And why did you not tell them everything that you knew?
Because Mr. Vandenberg told me not to.
Okay. Ultimately, Mr. Quinzio, you were charged with tampering with evidence for your involvement in deleting the video files and the attempt to erase your laptop. Is that correct?
Yes.
And since then, you have reached a plea agreement with our office. Is that correct?
Yes.
And as part of that plea agreement, you entered a conditional plea of guilty to attempted accessory after the fact, which is an A misdemeanor, and you received an 11-month and 29 days suspended sentence with unsupervised probation.
Yes.
Have you completed that probation?
Yes.
And are you now applying to have that conviction removed from your record?
Yes.
I don't have any other questions. Thank you.
All right, cross-examination.
Mr. Quinzio, before you have testified today, you've had the opportunity to read your statements, have you not? Statements to the police?
Yes, I've reviewed.
And any other testimony that you've given, you've reviewed that also, have you not?
Yes.
And you have also had the opportunity to read the text messages exchanged between you and Mr. Vandenberg on the early morning hours of the 23rd of June, right?
Yes.
Good. And at that time, I believe previously, you described your and Mr. Vandenberg's relationship as being best friends, didn't you?
At the time, yes.
Okay. Because you drove with him from California to Nashville. I'm sure that's 14, 16 hours, something like that?
26.
26, thank you. Now, in the text message exchanges, Mr. Vandenberg sent you a text message on June 23rd of 2013, sometime after 2:30 a.m.
Objection, Your Honor. I feel as though we're about to get into some hearsay, and I need to address it before we go any further.
Okay, we can.
nice day since yesterday was a little gloomy.
I'm gonna need a few bucks to pay for it.
I'll give you it's only 50,000 in savings.
That's it.
I'm just hard. I told you sometimes after reading 4 conservations, I figured your arguments would stop.
Yeah. Everybody else can leave it, but I'd rather do it. It's good thing. It's another thing. That's my game, son. See James, that's it.
Let me ask you again, just to clarify, and I believe it was, I asked you if Mr. Vandenberg sent you a text that night, or if you, let's strike that. You and Mr. Vandenberg had text message exchanges that night, right?
Yes.
Okay. And do you recall him, Mr. Vandenberg, sending you a text that says, I'm make sure I FUCK tonight? Do you recall that?
Yes.
And your response was, call me during, right?
Yes.
Now, you said that Mr. Vandenberg sent you certain videos, correct?
Yes.
And you said he bought you a new phone, right?
Yes.
And you said that you were coerced by Mr. Vandenberg, right?
Yes.
So he was telling you what to do, was he not?
Yes.
And did you feel somewhat threatened by that?
I'd say so, yes.
Now, you were originally charged with felony tampering with evidence, were you not?
Yes.
And after, and you subsequently were able to negotiate that to misdemeanor tampering with evidence, correct?
Yes.
Let me just make sure, Your Honor, I think that's right. That's all, Your Honor.
Is it right?
Just one moment.
Mr. Quinzio, you just testified that you were somewhat threatened by Mr. Vandenberg. Did you fear physical harm from him?
No.
Could you explain what you mean when you say that you were afraid?
More or less I was afraid for him, because at this time we were still friends, and from what I knew, I thought he was innocent, and I was just scared for him at the time. So that's what I mean by, I guess, scared, just of the situation, not so much myself or anybody else in that matter.
Nothing else, thank you.
All right, recross.
Mr. Quinzio, when Mr. Vandenberg said, I want your phone and I want your laptop, you agreed to give it to him, right?
In a matter of speaking,
Well,
yes. It was different time periods, yeah.
He took your phone, didn't he?
Yes.
And you handed it to him, correct?
No, he took it from my car.
Took it from your car?
Yes.
All right. And after you he asked for it, you told him he could take it, right?
He asked for it, I said no, and he took it anyways.
Okay. And on the laptop, he asked for access to your laptop, and you consented,
And
did
I
you not?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I have.
Anything further?
There.
Thank you, sir. You're excused. Thank you. Next witness.